Okay, so literary techniques that were used to tie to transcendentalism. There is the technique of end rhyme in lines 2 and 4 of and visited the sea and came back to look at me. And it describes nature as a teacher because the rhyme scheme shows the lighthearted intent of the author, such as in line 2 where it says visited the sea, and line 4 says came to look at me, and implies that the mermaids were curious and wondering. And this ties back to nature as a teacher because it shows the unexpectedness of nature and then discovering new things within it. The poet and next is the poetic technique of caesura in the last paragraph, and it implies that the author has a deep connectional tie with nature and then gives a detailed description about it. The caesura in the last paragraph ties to transcendentalism uh, as nature as a teacher because it shows the deep connections that humans can have with nature and what it means to become that deep tie with nature and have it, which is extremely important. Um, Next is the implication of the personification, because um, the personification basically what it does is you can see it in Dickinson line 22 and Dickinson line 24, where it says, um, this no one he seemed to know, and at me the sea withdrew, the the tide of the sea went away. And basically the implication of the personification here is that it shows that the sea is basically a person. It's using human characteristics of no one seemed to know, he seemed to know rather, and it's showing that the sea is referring to as a he. So it's basically like he has emotion, the sea has emotion, and yeah, and people should embrace it. And the last real choice is simile, which it was in line 14. It states "holy as a dew," and that's because it's stating um that holy, it means full. So holy as a dew, and before in line 13, it's talking about how the sea should swallow the persona whole. So it shows how, you know, it shows how the author was deeply connected again um to nature, but it had an inability to realize that there should be a time where you should stop the emotional connection and give nature its space.